Let's start with some local news. Santa Barbara County, which is the county in which I reside, in the north part of Santa Barbara County. Um, Santa Barbara County just moved into the orange tier. Wah, 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 the orange tier. I think a lot of it's weird that the tier system. Hey, Jay Coleman's here watching on Facebook. Hey, Jay. Hello, hello. I think a lot of people have been confused, at least I was at first, by the tier system in California for COVID closures and whatnot. Because it's like the direct opposite of what you would expect. And what I mean by that is like everybody remember, if you grew up in the Bush years like I did, the terror threat level, right? And red was the highest, and then orange was not so bad, but still high, and then yellow, you should be very afraid, right? For us, it was backwards. Like the purple tier is the craziest tier, and then I can't remember if it's the lavender or the whatever the lily tier or whatever it was called. But now we're in the orange tier, and that seems like it would be getting crazier, but no, it's not. It's actually getting better for us anyway in Santa Barbara County. And so here we have. I moved my little screen because that thing was not where I wanted it to be, but let me fix that. So Santa Barbara County enters orange tier. Over half of county residents have received at least one vaccine dose. Hey, man, I didn't get a drive-through. Shoot. So, guys, I shared video a couple streams ago of my first vaccination dose. I have since received my second one of the Pfizer vaccine. And then a whole week, and I was fine. I had a little bit of a sore arm. But then a whole week later, almost to the day, I got hit pretty hard, guys. I'll be honest. I felt like kind of like crap all day, a little nauseous and just out of it. But then that night, I had crazy chills. I literally I felt like shit. And my wife was like, "You do not look good. You look gray. Drink some water, go to sleep." And I was exhausted, so I fell asleep. And I woke myself up because my teeth were chattering. With chills. And then at one point I woke up, I felt like I was fevering. And anyway, so I took a whole day just to kind of recover. But I was doing all right. I was moving around and doing stuff by the end of the day. But yeah, it got me. It hit me. And I think a lot of people are experiencing this. But keep in mind, this is much better than COVID-19. We still have people dying all across the country. The numbers are decreasing, which is good. And I definitely have thoughts and feelings about the vaccine access for the global south, because now there's a massive worldwide surge, and India is pretty much the epicenter of it. And our greedy corporate overlords are holding on to the intellectual property of the vaccine and not sharing it with the rest of the world, and it's costing thousands and thousands of people their lives. India broke the worldwide infection number the other day, which was held by us just the other day. Okay, but so the county we're in, Santa Barbara County, okay, sounds like somebody's being goofy in the comments, so they're gone. It's nice to see that things are kind of, the numbers are improving here in my area of California in Santa Barbara County. But what does that mean? And should we really feel like we are already back to normal? Because that's how a lot of people are treating the whole situation. This is part of why we've had another spike, is people are acting like it's okay to just go back to life as it was, right? I don't think so. And there's also the matter-of-fact thing we have to talk about, which is people who don't want to take their vaccinations, right? The Johnson & Johnson vaccine, the single dose vaccine, was halted by the FDA for a quick minute because of a handful of people women who got blood clotting issues. It's since been resumed, but keep in mind we're talking millions and millions of people who've received this vaccine, and it was something like 7 or 8 people who had this blood clotting issue. So it's been re-released with a warning. But, people, I remember seeing like comment sections for my local news when they reported on the Johnson & Johnson halt that, you see this, guinea pigs, you see what happens, guinea pigs, right? And that's why I'm not getting the vaccine and all of that kind of crap. Now, the vaccine's important to get, but you also have to know when you get it that you're not safe. You're not just click, I have my vaccine, everything's fine. Because the vaccines have varying rates of effectiveness. And your vaccine is not ready to kick in until 2 weeks. You're not fully protected with the ability of that vaccine until 2 weeks after. And in the case of even the Moderna and the Pfizer, you got to wait till 2 weeks after your second dose before you're really safe. Safe to sit indoors with your mask off with fellow vaccinated individuals. And we had a really sad case here in Santa Maria Valley. This is in the Santa Maria Times. Mark Gross, longtime area PE teacher, coach, loses battle with COVID-19. This is Coach Gross. He was, I'm not sure if I'm saying his name right. Obviously, I'm not an athletic type, guys. I'm not going to act like I knew the guy. But it was a sad loss. A lot of people, were saying nice things about him on social media. He's a good coach. But the other thing about his case is that he had the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Longtime physical education teacher and coach Mark Gross died Sunday at the age of 60 after a month-long battle with COVID-19, leaving a void on the Central Coast and in the Cal Poly community. So let's see. He spent a combined 30 years at Oakley Elementary, El Camino Junior High. He also coached football at schools, including Nipomo and Atascadero, and was an ardent supporter of Cal Poly football. He was all over the place. He was diagnosed with COVID-19 in March, eventually ended up in an intensive care unit on a respirator, according to his family's GoFundMe page. That's really sad. The Santa Margarita resident posted on Facebook that he had, on March 10th, that he had received the one-shot Johnson & Johnson vaccine. By March 25th, Gross wrote that he was in the hospital battling the disease. He was then discharged on April 3rd after a 13-day stay. On April 10th, he posted he was back in the hospital due to low oxygen levels. He died on the 18th. So, what can we kind of glean from this? He had his dose on the 10th. On the 25th, almost 2 weeks to the day, he's going to the hospital. So he must have been infected either just before or sometime just after getting the vaccine. So the vaccines take time to work. Our county public health, the Santa Barbara County Public Health Department is investigating his death because it is a rare occurrence for someone with the vaccine to get infected and die. Let's see. According to San Luis Obispo County Public Health Department spokeswoman Michelle Shoresman, cases of COVID-19 following a vaccination are rare but have happened in the county. Quote, while testing positive for COVID-19 is not a common occurrence after vaccination, it does happen and we investigate every case. We do not track the number of these complaints or cases, but we do follow up. He had got the one dose. Let's see. It didn't count as an adverse effect from the vaccine, but they are investigating. Let's see. No SLO County incidents or deaths have been found through the investigation to be a result of a COVID-19 vaccine. So it's what's most likely here. We may learn more later, but what's most likely here is that he received the vaccine and probably got infected just after. And even then, it's not like these vaccines are, first of all, they take time to kick in, but then they are not 100% effective. And some have been shown to work better against variants than others, right? And so here's some information from the CDC about the Johnson & Johnson. The J&J vaccine was 66.3% effective in clinical trials at preventing laboratory-confirmed COVID-19 illness in people who had no evidence of prior infection 2 weeks after receiving the vaccine. People had the most protection 2 weeks after getting vaccinated. So guys, and gals, this is why it's important that we take this serious, that we have to, just because you got the shot, you're not in the clear, just out of the blue, just straight up. I got the shot, I can go, do whatever I want now. It doesn't work that way. This is, this is applied science. It's not, you don't get anything with 100% effect. You also have risks involved with just about anything that you're dealing with, that you're getting. Doctors will always tell you, this is our success rate. This is the possible complications. I find that a lot of people expect, medical science to be just perfect, like it's physics or something. It's an applied science, and biology is one of the most complicated, and chemistry are some of the most complicated, sectors or disciplines of science. So, we got to be aware of that. Can't sugarcoat things. That this is what it is. We got to be careful. We got to be real about what our responsibilities are when you get vaccinated, what you need to do, what you what you can do, what you can't do. And one of the big things is you are not ready to just go hang with people and take your mask off, or whatever. I'm not saying that this this local who passed away did such a thing, but he did somehow get infected despite having his vaccination. So we have to be careful. We have to watch, watch for every possibility. And again, the Johnson & Johnson had this issue with blood clotting. Here's a story in NPR that the pause has been lifted. But people were upset that there was even an issue at all with it. And keep in mind, it affected just a few people, enough people to count on two hands, and out of millions. And this is, we kind of knew that there would be some possible effects. There's some possible effects from any vaccine. And this is the reality of medical science. It's an applied science. It's not perfect. It never will be. Nothing ever is. We don't know all the other issues that could have arose or have been involved with why these people got these blood clotting issues. What about their other risk factors? They could have been smokers. There's all these other things that could lead to blood clotting. So I am trying to load something up that I didn't think I would have, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do it. But I'm trying to get the video of when J. Andrew World in the comment is saying, we can't be licking each other's eyeballs anymore. That's a shame because I prefer a good eyeball licking to a handshake. Yes, very funny. J. Andrew World in the comments. Always irreverent, always silly. You know him, you love him. That's J. Andrew World. Let's see. I am trying to drop something to myself, but I'm just doing this last minute, guys, so I don't know if I can. So I have video of myself getting my second dose. I guess I could just, kind of be old school and show you here. Wait a second. So that's me proudly wearing my Cal Poly shirt. But yeah, this is me getting the second dose. I showed you when I got my first, and that was it. So, it's like, I think we need to show that this is safe and that, hey, I made a calculated decision. Like, yeah, I knew I might feel like crap for a day, but I would rather feel like crap for a day and have immunity to COVID-19. And, a lot of these vaccines are showing efficacy against the variants, which is important. And, Santa Barbara County is now out of that tier. It's now in the orange tier. But I just want to remind people that the area that I'm in, the area of Santa Barbara County, is Northern County. Everybody hears Santa Barbara County and they go, oh, bougie, right? Like, because that's where Oprah and Meghan Markle live. They live in Santa Barbara. This is from the LA Times. Santa Barbara's cumulative infections are 693, or sorry, their total cases are 6,376. And my area, Santa Maria North County, where it is not bougie like Santa Barbara, we have 11,448, and we have the highest cases per 10,000 in the county. We have the highest rates. So you can see here by area, Santa Maria, the most cases per 10,000 cumulatively. We have 1,150. And we had 153 cases in the last 4 days. That dwarfs every other area. Santa Barbara is the only one as the major metropolitan area that even comes close.